I'm joined today at Lords by Toby Roland, Brooks Macdonald Player of the Month for August 2014. Toby, a month without any championship cricket in August, the focus was on our one-day campaign in which you played an important role with the white ball. 10 wickets, average of less than 20 in our 5 Royal London One Day Cup games. Congratulations, mate. You must have been pleased with how the ball was coming out.
Yeah, it ended up being sort of a really nice period and found myself in a good rhythm, and obviously a little bit of mixed fortunes for the club in general. You know, we would have liked to have fared a little bit better, but obviously it's nice to feel like you're contributing, and just a shame it wasn't a few more wins, that's all.
Yeah, from a team perspective, it has obviously been a disappointing campaign. It's been a bit Jekyll and Hyde, really. We've had some outstanding performances and yet some disappointing ones. Where do you think it's gone wrong this year?
Yeah, just exactly that. I mean, our consistency hasn't been there. When we're good, we're right up there, and you know we've got match winners throughout. But unfortunately, we just haven't managed to sort of maintain enough of that throughout the competition, really.
How much a part is down to the transition in formats? I mean, at points in July, we were playing 4-day cricket, 1-day cricket, T20 cricket. I know it's something that the batsmen struggle with, but as a bowler, do you suffer the same challenges?
Yeah, I suppose it can be a little bit of a sort of muddled thing to have to sort of cope with, and I suppose the one thing you've got is if you do find yourself in rhythm, that can maybe transfer across all formats. I think more so maybe when you're sort of out of rhythm, it becomes hard to sort of know whether you're coming or going. So it's certainly been something sort of different to deal with, and obviously it's just one of those things which unfortunately you can't really control, and just got to try and get on with it. Okay,
Toby, well, we're back in championship action now here at Lords against Durham. You've had a huge amount of success in this format as well this year. I think you've got 2 personal bests with the bat, 2 personal bests with the ball. I guess you've been pretty pleased with how your game's developed in the 4-day game.
Yeah, it's been nice to contribute. Obviously, you know, you always sort of look up and want to achieve more, and certainly would have been nice to have been a bit more consistent across the board. But yeah, obviously can't complain, and nice to be sort of fit, I suppose, and you know, playing regularly, which is important as well for me.
Yeah, I mean, you've had an injury-free year. I guess that must play an important part, the fact that you've got some consistency and you've not had any lengthy spells on the sidelines. Yeah,
it does help, certainly, and it's nice to sort of feel like, you know, you're putting certain things behind you and able to sort of really focus solely on cricket and you know, just taking that on a day-to-day basis, which is a nice feeling, yeah.
I mean, a big part of your game that's come on this year, Toby, is you've hit some important runs this year. A crucial 49 yesterday here against Durham, which has kept us in the game. How frustrating and disappointing is it that we're scrapping for points now with a view to looking at maintaining our status in the division, rather than the early form, the early part of the year? We look very much like we could be in a position to be challenging. It must be difficult for you boys.
Yeah, it's obviously, you know, it's not where you want to be really in an ideal world, and certainly after a disappointing start at Sussex, we felt like we found our feet a little bit over the course of the next 5 games or so. But you know, these things happen, and sometimes, you know, you find yourself in places where when it could go either way, it's sort of, you know, it seems to be going against your team, seem to be finding their way out of situations. So that's the way it is, and obviously, you know, we've lost a few players as well, which has been tough. But you know, we're here scrapping, and obviously there's a bit of time to go in this game and 2 more yet. So we're certainly looking up and trying not to focus on too many other things.
Good stuff. Well, Toby, finishing on a high note, you were presented yesterday with a cheque for £1,000. Any thoughts on how you're going to be spending that money yet?
To be honest, it hasn't really crossed my mind. I sort of was very swiftly batting after I got presented with it. So yeah, haven't had time to think, to be honest.
Okay, Toby, well, thanks for joining us today. Congratulations on being the Player of the Month for August, and here's to a good couple of days here at Lords and in our remaining 2 games.
Cheers, thank you.